Hi guys, I hope everyone is doing well as usual, and I am here once again to share a very important topic about relationship and marriage. Today's topic is going to be very interesting, so I entreat everyone to have time for this particular content. It is going to be very entertaining, it's going to be very important, and it is going to be very intriguing. So I expect everybody to have time to watch this particular program. Now, the topic I want us to look at today is very simple and meaningful because if you look around, you can see that a lot of the youth today are not getting married, especially the young men. I don't know what the problem is, because if you are looking at the reasons why people, the youth are not married today, you have to look at the men, because normally by nature it is the men who have to ask the ladies that will you marry me. It is normally the men who does that, not the ladies. So I want us to actually find the reasons. I have some reasons here. I want us to look at whether they are good enough to prevent or scare the youth from getting married. So I have some 3 reasons why I think they are the key reasons why our young guys today are afraid of marriage, and actually they just don't want to hear the word marriage. And it is very worrying when you get to a situation where young couple who are coming up, and the best thing in your life is that after getting a nice job, getting you become stable, you are financially sound, the next thing you have to be looking at is marriage. But what is happening? Someone will have everything. You have money, you have a good job, you have a house, you have everything, but still this person doesn't want to get married. It is very worrying. That is why I want us to actually look at what is going on, because it is a concern. It is a concern. We can't allow our daughters and our young girls to grow up to their menopause age before, because when they get to that age, it's difficult to get a man. So it is very difficult when the men are not asking them to marry them. It's very scarce. So we have to look at these things holistically. We'll look at it and in every part of our lives, and find the reasons why actually the guys of today actually don't want to. They are scared to get married. I have 3 most important ones, though there are many, but I think I'll choose 3, and then after that we will elaborate more on them and actually define, and then try to actually point out the reasons or the causes why the young guys of today are scared of getting married. My number 1 cause or reason why I think that the young guys of today are scared of getting married or afraid of getting married is there are a lot of broken homes around. You see, when you are a young guy coming up and you have found out that you didn't stay with both your parents, either you stay with the mother or you stay with the father, because there was the relationship, the marriage was broken, and for that matter the husband was staying somewhere and the woman was staying somewhere, and a young guy coming up, a child coming up. When you are getting to marriage, then you begin to ask yourself that if this thing that they call marriage is actually good, like people are making it to look like, then why is my father and my mother didn't stay together to take care of me? I think if you look around, that is the truth. Especially in Africa here, you will see so many broken homes, single parents. You see a lot of women with babies, a lot of women with children. They call them born ones, and they are not married. They are not staying with the fathers. They are not married to the fathers of their children. So what is actually the cause? Why do we have so many single parents around in this modern era? What is actually the problem? If you choose about 100 girls who have children, 90% of them are not married. 90% of them are not married. So broken homes is a factor, because when you look around and you see that almost 10 out of 10, 9 out of 20 men are either divorced or the marriage is broken, you have to be scared, because you don't find the reason why it should be so, or you don't have the interest, because why should I get married and after giving birth we separate, and now one person has to take care of the child? It is very, very scary. I think this is one of the reasons why our youth today are finding it difficult to get married, because they find no reason why to get married, because they believe that it's a waste of time. If you go and marry a woman and after spending 6 years, 5 years, 3 years, and yet you separate, all of you have wasted your time. All of you have wasted your time. So they believe that there's nothing good in marriage. In the past, when you were getting married, when you are married, people respect you. People give you a certain profile in your community, and you look responsible and all those kind of things. But nowadays, if you are married, it's just full of troubles, full of worries, full of uncertainties. So many disadvantages in marriage today, and I think that one is scaring the youth to go into marriage. They rather prefer to hang around, impregnate a girl. The girl will give birth, they will take the child and leave the girl to go and find another man. And it's very, very worrying. Seriously speaking, it is scary. So that one alone is making the youth today very, very scared to get married, because they don't see the reason why they should get married. Because the adults, those who are already married, have not shown to them that marriage is good, marriage is sweet, marriage is important. There is nothing. Those who are married already are making marriage look so worse, so scary to the young guys who are yet to marry. So when they see that they have friends, they have family, and those that are already married, they see that after marrying for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, they become single again. Then why do you expect me to get married when the thing is hot? The thing is hot. Married, they believe that it is hell. Getting married of today is like a hell. So these stories around broken homes everywhere, single parents everywhere, then the youth who are not yet married and are aspiring to get married one day, then it doesn't make any sense to them, or it doesn't give them any hope, or see the reason why they should get married. That is my number one. Number two, that's a very key, interesting thing today, and I think this particular cause is genuine, and I think it's the most important one if you want to look at it carefully, because nowadays you see that a lot of people who are in a relationship are staying together while not married. In the olden days, you will never find people staying together without married. If you want the woman to come and stay with you, you first of all have to go and approach the parents, do the necessary things like the diary, pay the diary before you take the ladies home. But nowadays, what do we see? Once a guy propose to a woman that I love you, and they start going out, the next thing you do is that the lady pack his things and come and stay with the guy while they are not married. And the parents of those children will not say anything. The parents of those two will not say anything, and they make it look like it is normal for a guy and a girl to stay together when they are not married. So if I know that my girl will come and stay with me without me paying that, without me saying that I am without going to the church or going to the altar to say for better for worse, then let me take it. It is very easy that way. That is the cheapest way to be around your partner. Come and stay with me, and they are staying together. No marriage, no tradition, no traditional wedding, no engagement, nothing, and they are staying together comfortably. So how do you expect such a person to come out from that relationship and say, now let's move a step further and get married? No, it will never happen, because they find it comfortable doing that. And once they find it comfortable doing that and nobody is talking about it, then they feel that if this is the only way, it is cheaper. Because if you come and stay in my house, the only thing I will do is we'll only be feeding each other. There's no diary, there's no wedding. Cost of wedding in Ghana today is very, very expensive. Though there are simple ways you can do it, but it's still a cost. So the young guys today find it very, very they find it comfortable when their partners come to stay with them in the same room, single room, or it is one of the common reasons why they find it difficult to move step further and say, okay, let's go and let's take a step further and get married. Because you ask yourself, the things you want, you've gotten it on the silver platter. The lady has come to you, he started washing your dishes, cooking for you, washing your clothes, doing all these things for you for free. So how do you want me to move a step further and going to spend money to do wedding and do those pay diary and this when the lady is doing the same thing like married women? So there's no way the lady will or the guy will move a step further and say, I'm taking you to the altar. It is not easy because they found it comfortable. So what do you say? That is the point. So they find it very, very easy and comfortable in that way. So ladies, those who are related, they stay together without the parents of both children saying anything. Nobody is saying anything about it. So they find it comfortable that if I can easily get a lady to come and stay with me, my girlfriend come and stay with me, and do all the things that a married woman is doing for the husband, then there's no need to spend extra money to go and do all these things. So I think number two is one of the most common reasons why the guys today don't go the step further to ask for a marriage, because what they want is they are getting everything. They have sex. They can have sex anytime they want. The woman can wash their clothes at any time they want. The woman will fetch water for them, cook for them, do everything for free without them getting married to this. So if I'm getting all this free and anytime at all I can move out of the relationship, then why do I need to go to the altar? Why do I have to go and pay diary? Why do I go and pay what is the name? Why do I have to go and commit to this? So I think that society have to find ways. That's opinion leaders, churches, parents have to look into this and make sure that they don't allow their people. Because at the end of the day, it is normally the women who get affected. It is normally the women who are the losers at the end of the day, because the guy, you have to do all these things, washing for him, cooking for him, giving her sex all the time, do everything for the guy, and yet anytime at all he can break the relationship and go and take another girl or go and marry another girl. Because once you continue to stay with that person, your importance or your value becomes less. Your value is becoming lesser and lesser every day, because he's getting used to you, and before he can even say let's go and get married, he's already fed up with you. Look, let me tell you a secret today. All the ladies out there are a lot of men who are finding ways and means to leave their marriage because they have become fed up with their wives. They hate seeing them. Even when they see their wife, they get angry, they get provoked. But because they cannot do that, it's because they are legally married. Because they are legally married. So it is difficult for them to just wake up and sack their wife because they are fed up with her and they don't want her again. It is difficult. But if it is in a relationship, what do you expect the man to do? He will sack you. He will dismiss you. He will comfortably tell you that I'm not more interested in the relationship again. What are you going to do? You are not married to him, so nobody will talk about it. Because when people break up in a relationship, nobody can come and hold the other person responsible, because you were just dating. So going to stay in a man's house for 5 years, 10 years, it is the lady that suffers at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, the man has got nothing to lose. You came and give a community service, cooking for him, giving him sex all the time, washing for him, and all these things that you are doing it for free, because the man is not married to you, but you still want to go there and go and stay with it. So the young guys today, because they have been allowed to stay together while they are not married, is one of the causes why they don't want to get married, because they are getting everything that married couple get from staying together without getting married. That is my number two. And number three is the almighty financial um, the financial challenges that we are facing in Africa here, in Ghana here. Today you cannot get married if you are not. I'm not saying financially sound, but at least you have to have a proper job doing. You have to have a means at which you can take care of your wife, you can take care of your children. If you don't have those things and you get married, my brother, the woman will run away. No matter how he loves you, the woman will run away. And this is another topic. It's a whole topic on its own. But I would like to use it and then emphasize more on it. The reason why I'm saying that becoming financially sound before getting married is very important, because today everything is about money. Everything is about money. Even if the lady agrees that we are not going to do a wedding, we are not going to do this big weddings, we are just going to make it simple, you still have to pay dowry. You still have to do the necessary things to get married to the woman. It all is money. And even when you take the woman home, how are you going to feed the woman? And if the woman gives birth, how are you going to take care of her? So this is the reason why the young guys today, actually some of them are willing to marry, but they don't have the means. The money is not there. They are not working. There are no jobs. So why should I go and get married and put myself in danger? Remember, when you are dating a lady and you don't give her job money, it is not an obligation. Nobody can ask you a reason why you didn't give your girlfriend job money, because you are dating. But when you are how will I put it? When you are married and you are not feeding your family, everybody will hear. Everybody will hear. Everybody will hear, and people will ask you, because it is your responsibility. Once you are married, you have become the woman and the children are now your responsibility to take care of them. So that is the more reason why the young guys of today, because they don't have jobs, they don't have money, they don't even have their own rooms to stay, even renting. They don't have, not to talk of houses. So if I'm living in a single room, I'm now hustling, trying to. It doesn't matter the age. While I'm still hustling and I can't make it, there's no need to go and bring a burden. Looking at the way the modern women are doing today, modern women, they think that every responsibility belongs to a man. So if you don't take time and you are not properly set up and you go and marry somebody's kid, somebody's daughter, and bring home, she will disgrace you. Because whatever that the difficulty that you are passing through the house, you take it out and go and tell the parents you are not taking care of her, you don't do this, you don't do that. They put more pressure on you. So the young guys today believe that, then if that is how they are, then let me be properly sound, financially stable, to be able to go in and get married. And where are the jobs? The times are changing and becoming hotter and hotter every day. The economy is hard for everybody nowadays. So why should I go and take a burden, go and put it in? Even if you bring the lady home and the lady is even working, still they expect you to take responsibility of the house. That is how the ladies of today understand. Only few women understand that marriage is a shared responsibility. I do this and you do that, and at the end of the day, nobody is overstretched. But what are we seeing today? There are women even who are making money more than their husbands, but yet the scanty money that their husbands are making, they still want them to use to pay the school fees, pay the light bill, pay the rent, and all those things. This is what they still expect the husband to do. So if I'm not financially sound, I can't afford all this. Why should I? It doesn't matter whether you are 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. It doesn't matter. What matters here is responsibility. What matters here is, can you take care of your family? Because when the woman comes, you give birth. And when they give birth, you become 2, 3, 4, 5. They will go to school. You pay school fees, you pay this, and I'm not having a job. So what should I do? So the more there's no jobs for the youth, the more the marriage will become a thing of the past, because nobody will ever think of getting married when I don't have a job, I don't have anything giving me money. I've tried all my best to make a living, and yet I am not getting anywhere. You expect me to go, you alone, you are even suffering. You expect me to go and bring another burden, put on my neck. The young guys today will not agree that, they will not accept that. So they actually believe that they actually believe that they are not in the financial position to get married, and that is still making our young ladies, they are ready for marriage, and yet the men are running away. They are not going there to 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 um, to marry them, because some of them, when you even marry them, they believe that they are only coming to lie down, wait for you to go out and hustle and bring money for them to spend. That is how some of the ladies today are doing. Because if I understand that if I marry a woman and we all have to hustle to feed our family, or even plan properly, family planning, and make sure that okay, we will get married, but we have to take time before we give birth. When we find out that we are able to um, um, take the responsibility of children, then we can start giving birth. I think if it is like that, some men will be encouraged to even go and get married even when they have nothing. But today, modern woman is not like that. Their mouth are so open that when they come to your house, they want to eat 3 times a day, they want to go out and shop, they want to do this, putting pressure on you because of peer group influence, which is another topic I'll be talking in due course. So that is the point. That is where we have the problem. And so I said that there were many different kind of causes and reasons why the young guys today are not asking the ladies for marriage. They are so scared when it comes to marriage. They don't even want to think about it. They don't want to hear it. And let's add another bonus reason or cause. They want their freedom. They want their freedom. Nowadays, the guys, they like freedom more than anything. If they go out to the club and come close 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and come home, nobody will question them that, why are you coming home from this time? What is this? What is this? They don't want that. People want freedom. People believe that the world is so short. So for you to spend your life under, how will I put it? For you to spend your life like under bondage, it's very, very bad. So people want freedom. They want to express themselves. They want to go out anytime they want and come back home. And they believe that when they get married, all these things will stop. And there are people who are habitual, how will I put it? They like to party. They like to go out. Both the men and the women, they like to go out and party, all those things. So they believe that when they get married, it will be difficult for them to continue that. And because it is a habit, it will be so difficult, and they will have problems in the marriage if they even still go ahead to marry. That is why you see a lot of the football stars, the big stars, they hardly marry and stay in the marriage because of their lifestyle. Their lifestyle simply make it difficult for them to go habitat. So it is difficult for them to stay together or to stay in a relationship. That's why you see all the superstars, the musicians, the footballers, and they always have broken homes. They only have baby mamas because they have women they give birth to, and they just settle them and they move on and they have their children. That is why they are about to stay, because staying together with a man takes responsibility. It takes discipline, a lot of discipline for you to be able to live your past life and now cope with married life. So people cannot endure those kind of things. So they just decided that it is better I remain single and do whatever I want to do. If I go out and if I go out and let's say I'm coming home, I have a flat tire and I decide to go and rent a hotel and sleep so that tomorrow I can go home. I won't come home and somebody will be shouting that where did I go? Where did I go? Why didn't I come home yesterday? And all those things. So you are free. You are like the bird. You can travel to anywhere you want. You can come home anytime you want. Your life is your life, and then you are too comfortable. So people look at freedom. People look at freedom because of their lifestyle that they cannot cope when they get married. They will have problems. So people, the young guys of today, they value freedom than being in a situation where you can't express yourself, you can't go out, you can't do this, you can't do that. They want to be free to do all that they want to do. That is what is also causing the young guys today to getting scared of marriage, because our elders, people who are married, our parents did not make marriage look blissful or make it look sweet or make it look something important for them, for us to go. They are making it look meaningless. They are making it look like there's no sense in getting married. They are making it look like there's no value in marriage. That is what our elders are making. You are a young guy grown up in a society or in a house, and every day you see your father and mother fighting. You see your neighbors, they are fighting, taking cutlasses, chasing each other, beating each other, killing each other. Why should we go and do that? Why should we go and enter into such a, how will I put it, such a bondage? Why should we go and enter such situations? So they just feel like, oh, then it is better for me to stay single, have my freedom. After all, if you want children, the only thing is that you go out there, get a girl, pregnant, and let whether the child is yours or not. Once he says it's yours, just take the child and you have a child. Because the most important thing that we believe when we're young guys coming up is that marriage is all about making children. That was what we were made to believe when we were children. So as a young guy, before you can have a child, you have to get married and give birth. But today it's not like that. You can have 30 children without getting married. It is possible, it's common, it is cheaper. It is cheaper. You have a lot of children, but you don't have a wife. And it is so amazing, and they like it that way. They enjoy it that way, because if marriage is about children, and I can get the children without getting married, then what is the purpose of putting another burden in my house? Once today woman, the modern day woman thinks that when it comes to your house, it is your responsibility to bath her, feed her, give her pizza, do everything, shop for her, and do everything for her, and she will just be there. That is how they make it. So why should I take a burden and put on my neck? If it is about children, I can easily make children without getting married. So these are some of the things that I think that is making the guys find it difficult to get married. Finding it difficult to get married, or they just don't have the interest in getting married. They don't see reasons. They don't see why they should get married. That is what I actually wanted us to look at today, because it's very, very worrying and so sad to see that there are long-life young ladies moving around 20, 25, 30. And you know, women are different from men. A man can be 70, 60, 80, and he can still marry comfortably. But a woman who passed 30, 40, men will begin to ask questions about that lady. It becomes difficult for them. So I rather pity the ladies when it comes to this situation, because they are the ones that are affected. When a lady gets to her peak and it's not, doesn't get married, begin to drop. Begin to drop. And once you start dropping, men will only come and sleep with you and run away. They don't ask you to marry them. That is the problem. So I think society, civil society, church, because everybody go to church, religion have to come in, parents have to come in. Let's make sure that if you have a daughter, make sure that you discipline your daughter, train your daughter properly to understand that there's no way you can go and stay with a man who is not married to you. There's no way you can sleep with a man who is not your husband. We have to start today. I know it is impossible, but we can minimize it and let them value marriage, and let them know that the only way you can have children, the only way you can have sex, the only way you can enjoy all this benefit is to marry a woman. If all the men knows today that if I don't marry a woman, I will not get somebody to cook for me, I will not get somebody to wash for me, I will not get somebody to have sex, they will do what? It will help them to push them to get married. Because if marriage is the only way you can get all these benefits, then what is? But today, the ladies have made it so cheaper for the men. A man is not married and is not married to the one, then you pack your kids and come and be staying in the person's house, the guy's house, without getting married to the guy. Your parents are not saying anything, and you are there enjoying. So what will push the guy to move step further and say, I want to marry you? They won't do that. They will never do that. They find it comfortable that way. So number one, number two, number three, they are very, very key. Number four was a bonus reasons that I have to add, because freedom is very, very key in our lives. And nowadays the guys like to enjoy themselves, party, drink any kind of drink they want, come home and sleep at any time they want. They don't want questions. They want to be like the bird, flying anytime they want. They can sleep anytime they want. That is what they want. So I strongly believe that civil society, church, especially our churches, and then our Muslims leaders, parents, everybody have a collective part to play when it comes to making sure that we go back to the olden days, where the only way you can enjoy the benefit of marriage is by getting married, not by dating, not by a relationship. That is the point I want to make. And like I always said, Golden Eye Films TV is noted for bringing the best out of mankind. We actually sit here to say things that will have an impact, that will change people's mentality, that will let people understand that this is what we need to do as human beings, and that is what is best for us. Is for us to do ABCD. That is what we know here at Golden Eye Films TV, because this TV station or this content is a channel of purpose. It's a channel of purpose. So I entreat anyone who is watching this program to also, if this is the first time you are watching this program, please try to click on the notification icon, so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to watch. But before you can do that, you have to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, so that you will be, how will I put it? You'll be the first person to see all my videos anytime I upload them. Thank you very much, and may God bless everybody. Bye bye.